We're back. I'm sorry about that. I don't actually know what happened there. The air just it didn't like do the thing where it starts to lag. It just turned off. It was just like, nah, I'm good. So we're having internet problems again, boys. Woo! I'm sure it's fine, but so from what I can tell, where we last left off was right here. Next we're going to say you're not the killer. So I basically said that, like, hold on, I didn't take the knife from the kitchen. And next you say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all. Say all you want. Well, what if you have a witness? Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina? Huh? Remember what we were telling me earlier? And then so that's the part where it was just like, well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen. You know, the knives were missing, right? She was like, I was in the kitchen. I went to go get some tea. I waited in the dining room, drank my tea. The knives were there when I got it. And when I went back to put my tea away, one of the knives were missing. So when I finished my tea, I went back into the kitchen, washed my glass. One of the knives were missing. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining room? Yes. Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct? Yeah, that's right. And at any point when you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining room? No, I don't think so. You don't think so? No, definitely wasn't there. No, he definitely wasn't there. Knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife. Other than this, what if the idiot swimmer girl and Miyoka are in on it together and are lying to protect each other? That's what we are now.
Swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Good point.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife.
There is no reason to work with somebody. You will die if you work with somebody. Working with somebody will get you killed. Working together on a murder case, if you don't get that person killed, you die.
So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Yes.
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Well, there you go.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
That's the thing.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
Actually, there is one other possibility.
She does sound like a chain smoker,
Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Wait, Sayaka took the knife. Wait, she said Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Late at night, she was scared. I wanted to protect herself.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely, the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
No, what?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Damn it, he's right.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
I do. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. But they understand? They can... I can do...
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that
But
Makoto is the killer.
the logical
wouldn't you
one
say?
here.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
They broke the door open. They ripped the door lock. Not ripped, but picked. Not picked. Unscrewed the door hinge. Not the door hinge, the door handle. If it was my room, I would have known how the door opened. I know how to open that door. I don't need someone telling me like, oh, you gotta... No. I go, boop, and open it. So if it was unlocked using by removing the whole mechanism.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
What? First Hangman Gambit. It's about to begin. Did you hear more? Absolutely. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman Gambit will eventually take place, but in which the point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the letter, deduce the phrase from letters flying around, and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right corner. Use your map to aim and the method on benefit. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you will suffer damage. And for instance, your gauge reaches 0, you run out of time, and you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been seen but wasn't. Fuck you, game. That must be a crucial point. We can figure out what that something is. A? A, give me A, give me A. It's not H. It's not I. Already have an I. R. Not R. O. It's not O, it's not R, it's not H, it's not H, it's not O, it's not R, it's not H. It's not H. It's not H, it keeps giving me H, it's not H. Is it U? Oh, I have to guess what the first letter is. Oh, it can be I then. You guys shoot a letter multiple times. I. It's possible. Okay, well, it's not U, it's not H, it's not fucking H. Oh! Here.
I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No, it doesn't.
If that were the case, they would have had to do something about
Yeah,
the
the
body
body.
itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay,
Okay.
then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
I don't know, Mr.
The killer
Redhead.
got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
It's about to getting
And
into the
how did the
bathroom.
killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind.
Replica sword. No. Knives, no. I think it's the... Yeah. Not... I think it's that.
I got it. Evidence that the killer had trouble.
In fact,
getting
I
into the
scored.
bathroom.
Damn it. Okay, fine.
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
I
The
forgot.
doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay,
Of course
then.
he doesn't see, because he was the one who broke it.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
But more to learn about non-stop debates, which I said I'd hear more. Yes, I would. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start to growing up. But no matter how many weak spots there are, there's essentially only one lie to or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they say, but you'll also lower your trust of everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. This is important because if your influence reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to deduce which weak parts are actually lies or confession. Well then, good luck and have fun. What's my bullet I have? Don't, if it gives me, I know it's gonna give me multiple bullets at some point. I'm gonna cry. Bathroom door frame. Okay. Okay.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
No.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
That's right. Damn it.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, fuck. That's the one.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
But to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then a killer ran after her, and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door, because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, okay,
My
Killer.
bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
Yeah, but it proves my
The
innocence.
reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
That's the thing!
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The plates were switched. Important details. The killer didn't know. Which means the imposter detail didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
That's true, but what if you were stupid and dumb? Take that into
So
consideration.
the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
He says to do it. Fuck, do I?
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Damn.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
No.
That's possible, right?
It's
I
not.
don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
I thought,
Negative.
No.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Dead
Fine.
ghost, I guess.
How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone
I'm
doesn't know
Alpha.
his place.
Alpha, I'm so sorry, please.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
Because I have her testimony. I know the answer. Fuck, where is it? Could have been switch rooms. It's under the reason for the switched rooms. Found she had originally asked to switch rooms.
I got it!
Well, that's it. I didn't really read that.
Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
No, he is not. I mean, he's not becoming my favorite because he was from the start. It's Alpha, come on. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, do not open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I obviously won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Tragedy.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Huh?
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Something I want to talk to you about. It's the two of us in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates and make sure you didn't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
I noticed her notepad was missing. Wait. No, her notepad was missing. This is unrelated to that, but why was her notepad missing?
And these are the words that appeared.
This has still been written here, so.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
She wrote it in her room.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Oh, see me in my room.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Thank you, Alpha.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
It does.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Wrong! Because the nameplates were switched.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
But why would they switch?
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
But why? Why would...
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
No, but
Right?
why?
Okay, then who did it?
Yeah. Oh, you sweating a little bit there, huh? A little bit of.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
But
So
why?
the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. Oh shit. 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that
if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
I don't know.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Was she planning on killing someone? What's the purpose of being in my room? What's in my room that's in no one else's room that she knows about? It wasn't the door. She only knew about that once the rooms were switched. It was the blade. She knew about the blade. Did she try to gain my trust? Would make sense. No.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Thank you, Corn Man.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
It was.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Sayaka fucking tricked me. She took that sword. She told me, hey, take this sword, will ya? I want you to take this murder weapon. Put it in your room, please. Then decides, switching rooms, calls someone over, hey, come in here. I was gonna plan to kill them. Then, God knows what would happen next. Whatever the hell her next plan was, she failed the killing part. Whatever that was, I would leave a murder weapon and a dead person in my room. You just evilly leave all the evidence onto me.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
There's the gold flakes on her arm. It didn't make sense. Things that didn't make sense. The reason your wrist was broken was because of the broken wrist. Glitter on it.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Well, he did it in self-defense then.
Gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold
Why would she
coating
take
from the
the knife?
replica sword.
But not the murderer. The murderer is coming into a room with no weapon. Clearly no intent to kill.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Why wouldn't he try to flee the room then?
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
More to learn. Absolutely. Don't have the multiple bullets. I called it. I was like, there's gonna be multiple truth bullets. Just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can accurately refute them. In other words, from here on out, I have to combine the right truth bullet with the right weak point to refute the statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage. No training wheels. For execution works at the cylinder. Use a bullet to fire. Press and release. Huge cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. Okay. By the way, if the logic difficulty, I set the kind pure bullet to be loaded into the cylinder. For our purpose, the logical difficulty will be set. No, this is what I mean. Good luck and have fun. Fuck! Sheath?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden her leg.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched.
There's scratches on it.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
What's this thing?
That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yep.
That's true.
Unless they're trying to block an
With the
attack.
sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife,
Maybe they grabbed
grabbed
some
the sword
sword
as a
to defense
defensive
impulse.
impulse.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking. It was used as fucking like to block them off.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
It was a spring attack with whoever had the knife, and she had the knife.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Yep.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Yeah.
I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Oh yeah.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Maybe she what? I'm sorry, was she what? She washed her hands. She washed her hands. She was being chased. You currently think she was being chased, she was being killed, ran to the bathroom, guys breaking down the door, and she was like, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all. I got it!
Oh, I was also off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around
But I think
1:30 a.m.
I think there's other arguments here, which is the fact that I don't think she went to go wash her hands.
Nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Take it as a compliment, my main man Alpha over here, alright, Doug? Don't you're kind of spunk.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheet with the kitchen knife was...
The kitchen knife was Sayaka, the initial killer.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka.
Sayaka?
Yep.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Yep.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Well, why my room? For the evidence? Guess they're just to plant the evidence on me.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
I mean, sometimes, you know, it just happens. You're just like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Close door. A little bit of washing the hands off right now. Got a little bit of gold plates.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
She got her
She
killed.
launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Fucking dead, damn.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Well, we know who it isn't. It isn't me, and that's all that matters. It might have been the bear. Who knows? A trash duty account, dying message, dying message, dying
It's
message.
easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
You.
There just aren't any more clues, right?
Wrong, dying message.
No.
It was you.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
It's
Dining.
possible.
Wait, what did you say?
Dying.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Ooh, 11037. Huh?
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask. Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
It's written in her own blood, and there's blood on her fingertip.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
She wrote it on the wall behind
She
her.
broke her right wrist during
Without
the fight,
turning around.
so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
It was lower.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still,
It wasn't.
what the heck do those numbers mean?
God.
11037?
No idea what 11037 means.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Are we
No,
sure?
that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Wait, they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Well, you mean the first thing I did immediately and instantly found out who it
These
was?
first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah,
What?
you're right.
Oh, yeah.
The connecting line is barely there. So I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now,
Oh, it's like an
you
N.
can also
Oh,
read
hey,
it
and
as
if you
an
look it
N.
upside down, it looks like Leon.
You
Oh,
know,
hey.
I just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
What the
But even if that really is an N, N03.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, it's N
Doesn't make any more
It
sense than
doesn't. It's so obvious. It literally.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? How do you do that?
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh?
Thank you.
You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So
Yeah.
whose name did she write?
We had to turn it upside down, but how are we gonna do that? You can't flip a wall upside down. We'll never know. Oh, no, maybe. Yeah, it could be. Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing
Yeah, I mean,
180 degrees.
the first thing I instantly did was like, that looks upside down. That's just
Turn the
Leon.
message around. It becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
Yeah, the first thing I did when I saw it. Yeah, okay,
Or
got
more
it.
accurately, Leon.
It is the first case, but I mean, God.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
That's a good. He makes a good argument. He makes a good
It's just
argument.
a
there.
bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She
Because
wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
yeah, I believe him.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were.
Yeah, like if you do it like right now, like if you try doing something like that, Like it's just you write it upside down. It's just like that's 100% how you do it. That's true, right? It's just like it so seemed like he was like attached. And there's a few things that didn't make sense, like the whole like knife thing, and like okay, how did the knife get into the room? The fact that she took it in, it's like okay, but why would she take the knife in if it wasn't the murderer?
And
But this is very clear what the hell's happening.
When you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Okay, Mr. Redhead.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
I don't think you
If you're
can.
not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yeah.
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The hair. The hair? The hair? It depends on what you want, really. What evidence trying to get rid of, you know? No, how could you burn? It might be the shirt. It might be the shirt. Might be the incinerator. I think we're not to there yet. I think we're trying to go the cleanliness route. It's my best guess. You got it all wrong. Keep calm and think about it carefully. That's your proof. No, fuck. Okay. All the hair was missing in the room because he's a redhead. So okay, that. But if it's not that, no, I think we're talking about the burnt shirt. That's it. Okay, that's the one you're ever asked of.
The burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Yeah, it was sticking out of the
And killer
incinerator.
didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
Actually, I can, because there's only one way you can get there.
That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
No, yeah, I understood a while ago.
Yeah.
But, you know.
So.
That is true, that is a good argument. What remains of the shirt for which the killer wouldn't be able to get rid of? There's something about when you pay attention to when it was disposed, where it was disposed of, how it was disposed of.
I got it!
Where does matter.
Closely at how the shirt was disposed of. We should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
So anyone doesn't know, there's a gate that's in front of the trash room. It's about 30 feet away from the incinerator. If you can't open the gate, you can't get anything into the incinerator nor the trash room. You'd have to have a really good throwing arm. Like Leon, who is a professional baseball player. You'd have to have a really good throwing arm, wouldn't you?
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
That's right. So why was there a broken glass ball in front of the switch?
You need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
That's true.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like, listen here, you dumb fox. Oh yeah, that's also him. No, that's wrong. There's another way you can use incinerator without being one. So I'll have you a really good throwing arm. That crystal ball. That's gonna be our evidence. Let me guess. He's gonna say there's no way of pushing the ball.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Shattered.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
No, that's wrong.
No.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. if you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But how would you use it?
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, fuck, oh Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Thank you so much, Rose Luminescence, for the gift sub to Noodles the Snake. It really means a lot, and it really helps support the channel. Fuck! This is Mr. Rack, by the way. He is him. Hi! Off to there he goes. Thank you so much. It really helps support the channel. And welcome, Noodles the Snake, to the sub crew. You now have emotes like UwU and Hoi. So, there you go. Thank you so much. Back to the game! Did I do that right? Audio? Yes. How could you use it? Use it. Throw it!
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
Really?
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
All you gotta do is hit the big green button. Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange, I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Yeah.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
How would you do that?
Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
Yeah.
The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
They're all things they could not control from a distance.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yeah.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Shoot, good argument.
Did someone
Never mind.
really do that?
No.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
That's good.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Fanfic creator.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Yeah, okay.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
Okay.
You still won't admit it? Okay then.
That's what she pulled out, like a mountain of evidence. Like, oh, I also have all the security footage or some shit like that.
Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Oh, he went silent, okay.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Get you killed.
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Okay, absolutely. Tell me how to do this. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, that'll give you a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events in the case in the form of a comic book. However, you notice in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. You complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section, and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hit. That might lead to the breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, well, I think I already have an idea. Oh god, I have 10 minutes. Okay, got it. That's what happened next. Page 2, please. No, page 1 of 10. No. That one. How do I? Oh, okay, got it, okay. Oh, it's right to left. It's right to left. It's a manga. Alright, so as he comes in, sees that, looks behind him, boom, sees a knife, and she's like, ha-ya, and then he quickly blocks it. Coming up, swinging down, hitting her on the arm. He then quickly takes the lint roller. No, that can't be right. Takes the ball. No. Should hurry. I don't know, he does something. Then he tries to open the door, comes in. The knife drops. She drops the knife. Tries to open the door. It's in Act 2. She runs in, boom, door's locked. He quickly tries to open the door. No. He breaks the door down, that happens. And then he stabs her. I guess that just sorta happens. Then afterwards, he quickly grabs the lint roller. And then he grabs the ball. Chucks it. That's not used. That's it all up, throws that in there. Ooh. No. Does that. Chucks it. Leaving the one part of burning evidence remaining. Meaning we don't use a few of these, but that's very nice.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the place from the beginning.
Okay.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Okay. They drop the knife, then what happens? They unsheathed it.
Here's exactly what happened. During the struggle, a strike from the sword.
Oh, okay.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
So what prompts you to tell someone about how well your door works? Oh, they were like, oh, let's trade rooms. And we were like, oh yeah, no. Because yeah, they were like, oh, someone was knocking at my door. We should trade rooms. And I was like, okay, sure, that's not a problem. And then we was like, oh, by the way, my bathroom door has a weird quirk. If you try to open it up, it gets jammed, so it can't easily open. So you have to like lift it up. That's like the one quirk of my room. And it's just like oh. And it's the reason for like that kind of like idea is that all the women's bathrooms lock, all the men's don't. So it's like, why would he try to break and unlock the door if he knew that it was my room? The answer is he didn't know it was my room, which is how we kind of figured out that it wasn't me. Because I wouldn't have tried to break down my own door if I knew how to open it. So, by pure luck, which is what I am. I'm apparently the ultimate lucky student, which is bullshit, but yeah.
They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Yep.
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Yeah, you...
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object?
Yeah, but what type of question is that, man?
Oh, yes, I object. Of course I do. I object. I object. I object.
Okay, but do you have any evidence to support that?
All of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well,
Yeah, no, our style's
I guess
lit
this
on
is
that.
as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Oh. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happened, you engage them in a head-to-head battle. We'd like to refer to this as bullet time battle, aka the BTB, by the way. Sorry, BTB, BW, BTW. During the you have to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Fuck. Match your button presses with each tempo mark as they move across the screen and reach the center. The rhythm game. Right? Press right button to lock onto your opponent's statement. destroy the statement. You've locked on your left mouse button as the tempo reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Tempo up. Oh, fine. You'll start a combo. Keep this going. You'll initiate a tempo up. That's why if you keep missing, you'll initiate a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing of each hit of the button. So watch out for that. First strike. God damn it. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weakness and their weak spot statement will appear. At this point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with the truth blow, like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough, and you can come victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll run out and you will fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Makes a good argument.
Stupid, stupid, stupid,
Damn.
stupid, 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 stupid.
We all know that would hold in a court of law. I have a toolkit in my room, so possibility of that. Okay, let's dance, boy.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof?
What?
You kidding me? Not a chance.
I'm confused.
You lied.
What? Do I have to lock onto something?
You kidding me?
Am I doing good? Oh no, I'm not.
It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Shut up. Stupid. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Where's your proof?
That?
This should prove it. Bruise on the bathroom doorknob.
I was like, oh, you did say you're stupid, dude. I'm sorry. I totally messed that up. Oh god. I was like, cause I thought it was, I thought I had to right click between the dots and then left click after them. I didn't realize I had to go right click, left click, right click, left click. So it was just like after that, I was like, am I doing good? I look at the top, like half a heart, and I'm like, oh, and then just.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
Yeah.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumes there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay,
Right.
then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
Yeah.
Let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Oh. Oh.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
I would say it was kind of in self-defense, but it wasn't because he broke into her room to kill her. Hey, here comes the bad, here comes the bad, here comes the bad. Yeah, okay. C, what the fuck did you do? Oh god, yeah, it was literally like perfect. Good job, yeah, you did it. Nice, perfect. Barely passable. Okay. What's a mistrial?
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our
cringe
votes?
coins. Did I get 91? No, I must have restarted that. I didn't get 91 cringe tokens, did I?
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay,
Gambling, was it? Gambling to do.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it?
I like everyone's like sitting here like, dude, what are you talking about? We all know it's him. I feel like the name on the wall is enough evidence on its own beyond like every other part, which clearly like adds up to it. Okay. I can get the vote. Oh, those cringe tokens, so many. Oh, that's cool. 8-bit little design. Oh god, I have to go back to reading. No. Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case is the one that killed Sayaka. Was none other than Leon. I almost said Neon. Oh.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
I mean, you did though, right? Because I was like, at first it was like self-defense, right? Because he was like, she's trying to attack me, but that didn't happen. You broke into her room. She must have attacked you, and then you went back to your room to get your toolkit to then break back in. Like you could have just been like, Jesus, and like went to your room and locked it. It was kill or be killed, so that's why I killed her first.
None of you are any different.
One wrong step and you've been the one standing here. It was a complete chance that I wound up like this. I was just unlucky.
Unlucky. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, he did try to kill her, but it wasn't out of self-defense.
Come on!
Yeah, I mean, you expect me just to accept my death? Yeah, everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about it, honestly, I'd be better off if it were wrong. Because if what we came up with really is true. The truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me, but even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Yeah, that fucking made her slip. We were all shown a video, by the way, very recently. It was like, you guys are killing each other. Oh, I know. You guys need motivation. And then she saw, like, all a video of our past. And for us, it was, like, our family. And it was like, oh, hey, look, here's your family. And then it's like, now they're dead. Or it's just, like, the whole room was, like, collapsed and ruined. And for her, she was a pop star. The ultimate pop star. And she was just like, oh, yeah, here's all your friends. Dead. To find out what happens, graduate. By the way, in this class... in this school, by the way, which we've been, I probably should explain literally everything real quick. Hold on. This is the ultimate school, the greatest school. Everyone's like, wow, this school is so cool and awesome and epic. And it's like, only the best of the best get into the school. So, like, the ultimate, like, pitcher, the ultimate, like, Braden dude, the ultimate artist or whatever. That's of course Mr. Alpha, the ultimate fanfic man. Whew. The ultimate fashionista. You know, and she was the ultimate pop singer. And they all were, like, accepted into school. For us, Mr. Averson, the ultimate luck. We were the ultimate lucky one, which is kind of, like, stupid. I'm like, what? Because it just seemed like they randomly picked somebody. It's like, oh, your statistical chance of getting picked is, like, really low. So that means you're the lucky one. So it's like, that's, like, their excuse. And then the other person, like, what, the ultimate gambler or something like that. And so it's like, everyone has great skills, and they all get accepted into school. And we've seen, like, everyone. Those are all the people getting accepted. Once you get in, you're trapped, and you can't leave until you kill somebody. So, that's where we are. Everyone was like, okay, let's try to not kill each other. People are trying to break out, and people are trying to figure it out, but there seems to be no way of getting out. Like, this thing is just like, nothing's gonna happen. It's like, yeah, the power of random chance, and it's just like, you're the lucky one. I'm like, what? But it's like one subtle thing, which is interesting, is that I'm lucky because my bathroom door was the only one that was broken. And because of that proved that I was innocent. So to a degree, luck, but it's just kind of like, that's a bit stupid though. If I was her and that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. You're probably waiting for me. Yeah, that's the thing. I can't afford to be stuck in here. I think she legit just snapped. Yeah, but that's Domino's, right? She's just like super lucky, which is so cool. That's such a actually it was really cool how they did that. It was just like, hey, she's just really lucky. I loved how they like captured that in the second Deadpool movie, I believe. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else is her dream, her friends. To have seen something like that happen to them. Sayaka. She just snapped. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even something that weren't so pleasant. She'd kill to see your friends again. Alpha looks like he has hair. Look at Alpha. He has silly Alpha. Anyway, that's what I say for the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my son.
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Yep. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of your relationship, because of those relationships? She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but on the inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, I really do. Yep. You're not despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimate, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with me, this is all your fault. It's still kind of sad, it's kind of fucked up, but... Yeah, being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunge at... No! There are also some rules. Number 1, don't attack him or you die. That's just one of the school rules. School rules is, attack him, you die. Don't sleep outside of the dormitories. A few others, who knows. Oh, kill somebody if you want to get out. But...
That's enough.
That's enough. You know, one guy was like, oh, fuck, and... I'm instant, just speared to death. As angry as I was, I latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough, I was sure I would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you're so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon will receive this punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
No, you weren't. It wasn't self-defense.
Okay.
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room, then came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her.
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop when you were doing. But you chose not to. It's not because you had an unclouded intent to... It's not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
So, that's...
No, that's not... Oh, stop. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed her... He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I didn't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because of the one to blame is him, Bear Boy. If it weren't for you, this would have never happened to Saya or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Oh no, did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetual wars over the world, that perpetuates wars all over the world. Man, I really can't read, can I? Is that the kind of justice that awakens within you? Just shut up. Okay, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey,
I'm not begging.
come on now.
More excuses. No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Please.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Leon, baseball player.
No.
This is fucked up.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Fucked up. Sound fucked up. Sound fucked up. Oh. Baseball. Oh, it's this. It's this cutscene. We kind of saw something like this earlier for someone else. Okay. Oh, it's baseball. It's baseball. Okay. Okay. Pause. Ah. Oh, wow. Song's a bop, though. Well then. Song's a real bop, though. Well, he's dead, so what we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, you can't call it that. What else could you call it?
Extreme!
Ooh, extreme! And my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. Oh! What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do we have to keep doing this? Can't take it anymore.
Well,
Hey, if you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all the ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. That's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
what the heck?
Evil? What makes you make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy? Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear?
No.
And so why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. Alright, that's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. So I don't think you're saying what I'm saying. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You really hate me to get that angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happens, happens because more than one of you deciding... what happened, happened. What happened, happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place? You're trapped, are you? I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it wonderful how we all live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's something deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get back to the Black Ground. That's where everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Tell her I said everyone, I gotta say. I need to save some fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. I think he just likes watching people fucking die. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all just too scared of being alone. Anime sound effects. Their faces were still, their voices dead. But it was in the moment.
Just a second.
Can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, sure, what's up?
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started, we had to figure out a mystery of this case yourself. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You want me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? You thought never ever crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, giving such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even to the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why? I feel like dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You have to say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure. You can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer, don't you think? Or final thoughts. Is how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her power. Shut up! Shut up. The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she would have just left. She wouldn't have left a message. Well, maybe she wanted to get back to the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure if she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why, when her plan failed, her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends.
Correct.
Sayaka, and without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Moving past their deaths, you can never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me to the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I carry their memories with me wherever I go. Now, instead of forgetting them, you choose the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As you said that, she reveals a small smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well. I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. Just have a pretty good intuition. But with that, chapter 1 is done. Surviving students, 12. To be continued. Oh, hey, I got that. Save 10. And with that, we're done for today's stream. Thank you so much. Let me just exit out, of course, but we have been going on for about 4.5 hours now, I think. I think it's definitely a good place to stop right now. Listen to this fucking bop. Sound gallery. Oh, there's a sound gallery. Oh. Oh, we need to spend the coins to get the music. Oh, that's cool. Fuck that. Let's play the menu music then. Well, thank you for everyone who's dropping by. Thank you, Noodles and Snake. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Rose, of course, for the gift sub to Noodles and Snake as well. Been fun. This stream was an hour and 31 minutes and 55 seconds. Wow. Of course, because the stream had crashed halfway through due to my internet being delayed. So, unfortunately, we got split into 2, but we've been streaming. The last one was roughly around 4 hours, so 5.5 hours in. It's a long stream, one of my longer ones. Because I did it early in the morning though, so I think it might be raid time. Nah, no, wait, it might not be raid time, unfortunately. No raid for tonight, boys. Well, today, I guess, not even tonight. Yeah, what raid? You know what? We'll raid. No, Wish Life is on. But we'll do that Sweet Boy. We're gonna be raiding. We're gonna go over to Wish Life. Remember to say hello and hoy, because he is the greatest. Silence me. Something happened? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh my god, hold on. Boop. Thank you so much. What was that? Who was that? I have an idea of who it was. Just want to make sure. Yes. Thank you so much, Rose Luminescent, again. For the gift sub to Streamlabs. It really means a lot. And it really helps with the channel. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't know why he's... Oh, there he is. Finally. Thank you very much. Copy, paste that, you know, and the whole raid and, What raid? Oh yeah, for streams, I raid after my thing. I send all my viewers off to whoever is streaming right now. And I know so Wix Life is going to do, so we can support other streamers. Yay! So if you boys are ready, I guess with that, we carry us out. Unfortunately, we cannot do cool songs and stuff like that due to the fact that they've recently been copyrighted. It sucks, and I hate it, and it makes me cry. But really, there is nothing we can do. So I guess I end it with me singing. I'll make a new outro now. This is the outro song. That's right. Oh god, I got 9 seconds. This is the outro song. It's 9 seconds long. Basically, you copy and paste the raid time thing and you post it in the thing. You know how to do.